Our grandkids love goldfish crackers, and recipes for homemade ones have been all over my social media, so today I thought I'd give one of those recipes a try, but of course I've tweaked it a little. I've never made these before, so I don't know if it will end up being a fail or a favorite. Hey, maybe I'll make a playlist of fails and favorites. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in that. To start these goldfish crackers, I've used 8 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese, 4 tablespoons of cold butter that I've cubed, 1 cup of flour. You could use gluten-free flour, 1/8 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/8 teaspoon onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon coarse salt. And I pulse all of this in a food processor, but a strong blender would probably work. Once this is mixed, add 2.5 tablespoons of ice cold water and mix until this all forms a dough ball. You may need to add a splash of more water, but do it a little at a time. Take your dough ball, form it into a disc, cover and refrigerate for 1 hour. Next, roll out your dough. I found this goldfish cookie cutter on Amazon. I'll link it below, but you could just use a pastry cutter. In fact, I'm using the pastry cutter for just plain crackers. Bake at 350 for 15 minutes. Okay, it's been 5 minutes and these are looking too thick. I'm worried they're not going to have a cracker consistency. So the next batch I'm going to bake in the air fryer at 375 and see what happens. Okay, first batch tastes great, but they're crunchy on the outside and too soft in the center. I cut them too thick. I suggest rolling these out to about 1/8 of an inch thick instead of 3/8 like all the recipes suggested. Here's a side-by-side comparison. The lighter ones were baked at 350 for 15 minutes in the oven. The darker ones were 375 in the air fryer. I prefer the air fryer ones, but both need to be rolled out thinner. I also think that if you use gluten-free flour, it would make them crispier. All in all, the flavor's good, and the grandkids like them, so would I make them again? Absolutely. They haven't reached favorite status yet, but they aren't a fail. Let me know if you've tried these. Okay, here's an update. So I baked another batch. I didn't use the goldfish cookie cutter just because I was in a hurry, but I baked these 30 minutes. And I rolled them so thin that I could see the parchment paper through the bottom. There wasn't a hole in it, but I could see the paper. They were that transparent. And this is how much they puffed up, and they're super crispy. So I think that's the key, roll it super thin. Although I don't know, rolling it super thin, I don't know how easily it would be to use the goldfish cookie cutter. They might just like pull and tear when I'm trying to put them on the pan, but I'll give it a try and I will let you know sometime in the comments. Thanks for watching.